And I think by extension, that also goes to these guys over here. Yeah, all of this. All those guys. So all these guys and then some of those guys. Yeah, that's weird. Actually, just that guy. And then it picks up there. It's weird. Anyways, they're radioactive, so that's fine. So it picks up there, it goes down, and then you get this whole row and that whole row. So what is important now that I just threw a bunch of information at you? Number one thing that's important, first of all, memorize the different groups. Okay? Memorize their names and memorize how they behave. Okay? So metals always want to do what with electrons?
Give.
They get rid of their electrons. They lose electrons. Okay? So if you have a metal, it's losing electrons. If you have a non-metal or a halogen, it wants to gain electrons. So metals will become more positive or negative? More positive. Non-metals and halogens will become more negative.
Wait, what's NM?
Non-metal. Okay. So everything down here wants to lose their electrons. These guys up here want to gain electrons. Noble gases, not interested in your electrons. Now, you might ask, is there a similar name for the rows? The rows are called periods. It's a periodic table. After every bit, it repeats the same type of properties. Okay? That's why it's organized the way it is. I'm going to erase all this now. Goodbye. So, periodic table because it repeats periodically. After some period of time, or in this case, in some period of elements, the periodic table repeats the same properties, the same characteristics as before. So if we go through like the second row and the third row, you notice that we repeat the same things, right? Second row, we have one extra electron, two extra electrons. We have an alkali metal, alkaline earth metal. Then we come over here. We have 3 electrons, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 valence electrons. Then what happens? After that, we repeat the same thing over again. 1 extra electron, 2 electrons, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we repeat again. We get 1, 2, and it's weird. All the way up to here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we repeat again. The same procedure repeats every row, and so every row is called a period. That is why it is a periodic table. Okay. So, why is that not in the book? That's dumb. All right, so your homework for next, what time are we at? 10:23, school's out at 11:30. I think we should be done.
Probably should.
I think we have like 5 minutes. So, I'm now going to give you a list of elements that you must memorize. Both their location, their name, and you can kind of sort out the atomic. Chill out. Chill out. All right, I'm throwing things. That didn't work. Okay. Location, name, maybe atomic number, although you can kind of figure it out. So, hydrogen, helium, lithium. Should I just post this?
Yes, please. Yeah.
I'll just post it. So, I will post it now. You guys, for Monday, since I won't see you tomorrow, I would like to see some sort of memorizational technique that you guys will do. So, you can either make flashcards with the element name and then the abbreviation on the back, as well as where it's located. Don't back up yet. I'm still going. Like this is good stuff. So make flashcards, make a Quizlet. Don't just steal one off the internet. You guys doing all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make a Kahoot. Make a however you're going to memorize it. If you're just staring at the list, nobody's going to learn that way. So if you do learn that way, then I will give you a list of all of the elements, and then you can learn them that way. So things that I want you guys to include in however you're going to memorize this stuff. Number 1, you have the element name. Number 2, you have the abbreviation. Number 3, location on periodic table. And number 4, you should know the atomic number.
For number 3, do you want us to know the number,
Like at some point next week, Wednesday, you will have an element quiz.
with those 3 elements, or all the elements that you posted?
There's a list. It's long. It's like 30.
We have to go to
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. It's like 50 elements. So,
Actually,
That's not that bad.
so for next Wednesday, I'll probably be nice and just quiz you on name and abbreviation. But very soon you will have an element quiz where I basically give you a blank periodic table and you need to tell me where all these elements are. Okay. There's easy ones like hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium. Those are the first 4. Like everything up to like here, super easy. After that, it's really more important for you to know the general areas of these things, because in real life, you're going to have the periodic table. You're going to be able to look it up. You're going to be able to be like, let me Google that. So it's like not as much. It's like if you're in pre-calc, it's your friendly angles. Okay? If you're in calc, it's your friendly angles. If you're in like algebra, those awful formulas that you're like, you get to the, like, you know the formula, and then you get to the test and you're like, what is the surface area of a cone? And you're just sitting there and you're like, I really wish I would have memorized this. Like, it's those things that if you take time to memorize them and know them, then later on, it's going to make the rest of your life much easier. If you choose not to memorize those things, then you're going to have to constantly be that person that's like, hold on 1 second, where's calcium?
You don't know.
No, it's right there.
Oh.
Like, but you just need to know that. Like, you have to know where some of these fundamental elements are. So I will post that list, and that is your homework. So flashcards, Quizlet, whatever you might do. I think these are like, location is kind of hard to do because you'll want like a little sketch and then like, so I would highly encourage flashcards. If you're not that person, then tell me how you learn best, and then I might be willing to accept it. So that is that, and I believe